Yeah, good morning today. How you doing? If good, great. If not so good, sorry to hear it. I hope it'll be okay. I'm sure you'll be fine. You've been through worse than this. Me, myself, I'm doing super duper. Thanks for asking. Okay, Ferris. So today, just doing a video about a question I got from a viewer. Chantel wants to know some of my thoughts and opinions on how to more easily get up in the morning, get out of bed, get going into the day, and start yourself some daily habits. And I do have a few thoughts on the subject. I'm not really quite sure how this thing's going to shake out, but I guess I'm just going to start it off, speak my mind, and we'll see what shakes out. My name's Ashley Mundy, and this is the Progress Machine. Okay, morning routine and setting up habits. First I want to say thank you very much, Chantel, for sending me the message, sending me the idea. I've sort of been bouncing around in my head for a bit now, and I've got a lot of thoughts and theories about this. I've looked up a lot of stuff over the past couple of years on how to get your morning routine started. In fact, that was probably one of the first things I started looking into when I started getting into personal development. The first obstacles we all come across is how the hell do we even get up in the morning? Everyone's familiar with the feeling of waking up, your alarm's going off. You might have already set out some goals, some tasks that you want to get done in the morning, but in that moment when you wake up and you're lying in bed, you're nice and warm, you're snuggled in, your partner might be next to you, and it's just, there's no bliss like that. And in that moment, it can be really hard to find any part inside your mind that will help you get out of bed, because everything in your body is just saying, no, this is nice, this is comfortable, this is cozy, I don't want to leave. So the point of that is to say, yes, I understand completely how you feel. And I've looked up lots and lots of strategies. So first I want to start off with dispelling a potential myth that you might have. And I'm talking about the myth of morning people. I'm sure you people have heard of morning people. I'm sure you probably accuse some people of being morning people. When I say morning person, there's probably one or two individuals that come straight to mind. Think of the kind of person that just somehow gets up in the morning, they have this energy and vigor straight out the gate, just like a ray of sunshine, and they're sitting there jumping around, already getting their day started, while you're sort of dragging yourself out of bed, hitting the kettle, waiting for the coffee, trying to stay awake on your feet so that you can have your morning cuppa. I don't think that person exists, honestly. Now, I think there are morning people. Obviously, there are people that have more energy in the morning, they're capable of doing more in the morning, but I don't think there's anything special about those people. And I say that because I've actually been on both sides of the fence. I've had periods of my life where, as I was able to display to you, I could relate with the feeling of being stuck in bed, not being able to get up, not being able to find the energy in the morning. But I've also been that guy that pops up in the morning, comes out of the door, good morning everyone, how you fucking doing? We're gonna have a good day today, woo! I got accused of it all the time back when I was a manager in sales. I'd come in, I'd be the energy, I'd bring the hype, and everyone would just be like, oh my god, we just got out of bed, how are you like this? Oh man, I wish I was a morning person. And that's when it sort of clicked to me. I'm like, I'm not a morning person. Alright? And that's because being a morning person, like everything else I keep carrying on about, it's just a skill. And what I mean is, it's a skill as opposed to a talent. But like I've said in my other videos, a skill can be a talent. The point that I'm working my way around to is that, yes, there are some people that, for one reason or another, are going to be better at getting up in the morning. But that doesn't mean you can't. You can actually get better at it. It's just a skill that needs to be practiced. And I think what you'll find is, if you really talk to those people, the people that get up in the morning and have that energy, the people that you accuse of being morning people, if you ask them, I bet you anything that they probably have some sort of long history of a reinforced routine that makes them capable of doing so. Maybe, when they were in high school, they had a really solid routine and structure, and their parents got them up at 5 o'clock every morning, and so they got into the habit, and it just sort of became normalized to them. Or maybe, like me, they got themselves a job at some point that required them to get up early in the morning more consistently. And so, once again, that generated the habit. Either way, that's relevant to you right now. All you want to know, I suppose, is how you can do this. How you can get yourself into the habit of getting up in the morning, feeling better, smashing your routine and crushing your goals. So the first thing you need to take into account is it might be something to do with your sleep. So if you're getting up in the morning and you're feeling lethargic and you're feeling broken down, you can't get out of bed, the first thing I always suggest is consider what your sleep habits are like. Sleep is a very important and very delicate process. The more you mess around with your sleep patterns, your sleep habits, the harder things are going to be. You know, it has all sorts of terrible effects on you. You know, it doesn't just make it harder to get up in the morning, but it can lead to decreased levels of dopamine and serotonin. It can lead to depression, anxiety, increased health, mental health and physical health risks. Like all sorts of things can go wrong if you're not getting enough or if you're not getting the right amount of sleep. It throws everything out of whack. A couple of things to quickly take into account. Firstly, what's your screen time like before bed? So using screens, any screens, it doesn't matter if it's like, I've heard things about blue light, like you can get blue light filters that doesn't, no. Any screens at all, whether it be TV, where you're playing video games, whether you're just checking Facebook on your phone, that light, those constant flickering images and the constant feed of information into your brain keeps your brain very stimulated. So if you're doing that right before you go to bed, you're going to have a harder time going to sleep. You're going to have a harder time getting good, restful sleep while you're asleep. It can also lead to insomnia and that sort of thing. So make sure you're getting at least half an hour, preferably an hour or more time without screens. Hello? Autofocus? Make sure you're getting at least, preferably an hour or more of no screen time before bed. One of the habits that you could replace it with is reading is a common one. I know that a lot of you probably feel like you need to read more books. That's one of the things everyone puts on their list. You know, I want to read more. Perfect slot of time, 20 minutes, half an hour before you go to bed, while you're sitting in bed, while you got your phone, when that little thing bings in your head and says, oh, I think it's time to check Facebook, catch that and go, oh, well, I could, but I think instead I'm going to get started on that book I want to read. Another thing is potentially yoga, if you're into that sort of thing. I know I used to do this back when I was a teenager. It helped me immensely. You might not feel like doing a whole bunch of push-ups, sit-ups, smashing it, crunching it, which is fair enough, and for all intents and purposes, it's probably not the best thing to do right before bed anyway. But doing some just like stretches, sitting down, some yoga, maybe a bit of light meditation, it really does help clear your mind, gets you in that space where it's really easy to sort of drift off into sleep, and just sort of helps you work and ease out the rest of that tension and energy that you're carrying through the day. Look, I know that this might sound all a little bit airy-fairy. Just trust me, there is scientific basis for everything that I'm talking about. I'm just giving you my off-the-cuff interpretation of it. If it works, by all means, please hit me in the comments down below. Let me know what your results are, if you tried these things. Otherwise, you just have to take my word for it, or even better, go and do your own research. I would strongly encourage you to do so. Next thing I would check is how much sleep are you getting? What is your sleep routine like? All right, so a lot of people focus on this, get 8 hours of sleep, or is it 7 hours of sleep? Gary Vee says you can get 6 hours of sleep a night and still be absolutely fine. In fact, I've heard a lot of very high achieving entrepreneurial types talking about, I only get like 4 to 6 hours sleep and I still kill it. Well, so what is it? It doesn't matter, okay? It's one of these things where it actually doesn't really matter, because the amount of sleep that your body needs is just as unique as your dietary intake, okay? Some people need more, some people need less. But either way, the differences are small. The more important thing is that you're getting the same amount of sleep every night. Your body is an adaptive machine. Whatever you do to it, whatever it goes through, as long as it's consistent, your body changes itself to regulate itself so that it fits into those routines that you build for it. So, the thing you need to pay attention to, what time are you going to bed? What time are you waking up? That's it. Make it consistent. Someone very close to me that I gave some personal development advice to a while ago was talking to me about the similar thing, that they were having a hard time with sleep. And so I just suggested to them, just make sure you set the same time to wake up. I asked them, what time do you usually go to sleep every night? And they're like, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay, that's a little bit too far. I'm like, do you have a wake up time? And she said straight away to me, 7:30. I wake up 7:30 every morning. I'm like, brilliant, perfect place to start. Don't feel like you need to wake up 5:30, wake up 5 o'clock, wake up 4:30, because I heard motivational people do it. No. Whatever time works for you, stick with that, okay? So she wakes up at 7:30 every morning, and so I told her, cool, well, go to sleep at 11 o'clock, 11:30. In that time frame. sounds pretty easy, right? That's still late. That still means that you get to stay up at night, you can watch your movies, watch your TV, chill out after your day's work, go to bed at 11:30, all right? Wake up at 7:30, but make sure you're going to bed at 11 to 11:30 every night. Not 11:45, not 10:30 sometimes, don't even go to bed earlier, because that's still enough to mess with your brain, all right? No, 11 to 11:30, stay up till then, go to sleep then, wake up 7:30, and when 7:30 comes up, push yourself out of bed, no matter what. Say the same for you. Pick one, okay? What time do you wake up, or what time do you go to sleep? Stick between 7 and 8 hours between them, whatever works for you, but just make sure that you do that consistently. Try it for a fortnight, all right? Just try it for a fortnight. For a fortnight, make sure that you go to bed at the same time every night and wake up at the same time the next morning. See how it makes you feel. Which brings me to my next point. Waking up. This is the thing I think most people mean when they're talking about being a morning person and wanting to get up in the morning. And I think this is what you were referring to, Chantel. How do I get up in the morning? You know, it's fucking hard. I get it. You wake up, especially if you're trying to do other things. I know, especially if you're just getting into a workout routine, if you just got a new job, if something in your routine's changed up, and you're tired. You wake up in the morning, and it could be the usual time, just fuck, especially on a weekend. Yeah, you want to hit that snooze button, you want to stay in bed. This is where I have some bad news. There is no easy way. I'm really sorry to tell you, and trust me, I've looked for it as well. I have looked high and low for the secret to waking up in the morning and just having the energy to, I've been looking for years. Can't find it. Fact is, all you can do is try to set things up beforehand. As I said, try to get your sleep schedule routine. Try to get your bedtime habits down pat. Try to get reading before bed. You just got to try and do as many things as possible. Make sure that you're using energy in the day. Get your diet right. Make sure you're getting physical exercise, because everything I do is in the pursuit of that miracle. Because there are some days where you wake up and you just like, pew, and you get out of bed. And it's like lightning in a bottle. It's so elusive, you just want to catch that and keep a hold of it. But I don't know. If you know the secret, tell me. If you can find a guy that knows the secret to just waking up and shooting out of bed with absolutely no effort, chuck it in the comments below, because I'd love to know. And if you tell me, I'll make another video about it and tell everyone else. But the fact is, it's just one of those things where you just got to tough it out. You just got to muscle it up. You just got to apply the grit and get it done. One of the things that I've done recently that sort of helped, that you might want to try, is just writing down criteria for your ideal morning. Essentially, just write down a small routine that you would like to do every single day that you believe would help you, that you believe is the right way you would like to run your morning. For me, it's make my bed, have a drink of water, read my book, work out, shower, eat breakfast. Right? So just having those things written out gives me something in the morning to think about and focus on when I wake up. Because as I said, the hardest thing about getting up in the morning isn't just the fact that it's like you're really comfy. It's literally the fact that it's so hard to find any part in your mind telling you to get up. It's like you're doing it with no backup. You don't have any actual driving force to get up in the morning. You've got a whole lot of reasons to stay in bed and not a lot of reasons to actually get out of bed. So how are you going to manage it? So yeah, set yourself up a little thing. Even if it's just having your morning cup of coffee, something you look forward to in the morning. Eat your breakfast. You want to have a shower, maybe you want to meditate, I don't know. Whatever it is you want to do in the morning, the reason why you're watching this video to try and get more, God fucking damn. Dude. Okay, whatever the reason is that you're watching this video for, to get out of the morning earlier and get more done, write those things down, and then maybe even just put them on the side of your bed, so that when you wake up in the morning, before you go hit the snooze button, firstly, grab that piece of paper, open it up, have a look at it, remember, yep, that's right, I want these things, I want to do this, I want this to get done, it is important to me, it's important to me today, not tomorrow, not next week, it's important that I get started today. Put it down, get out of bed, and you usually find that once your feet hit the ground, half the battle's fought. Once you're actually out of bed, you're pretty much good to go. Now, the one other thing that I wanted to touch on before I finish up the video for the day is snooze. One of the things I've learned is the most deadly thing is the snooze button. Do not press it at all. If you need some more sleep, set a later alarm, all right? If you wake up and you press that snooze button, that seriously fucks with you. Because you wake up, your brain starts firing. From the moment you open your eyes and you're conscious, your brain starts firing up, gearing up, getting ready to go. And then when you hit snooze and you go back to sleep, it's like throwing a stick in the spokes of a bike. Now, I can't remember exactly why this is. I can't really substantiate it, but if I can find the video I found this out from again, I'll chuck it in the description down below. So if you don't believe me, go look it up yourself, come up with your own conclusions. Either way, look, if every single successful person in the world has said, don't hit snooze, when you wake up and let that be it, there's got to be something to it, right? Anyway, with that said and done, I think I'm going to wrap the video up today. Thank you very much, Chantel, for your suggestion for the video. Really had a good time thinking about it, had a good time talking about it, and it's really helped me out as well. If anyone else has any suggestions for videos, please make sure to drop them down below. Also, please make sure to like, subscribe, share the video, blah, 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 or don't. I'm not your mum. Anyway, with that, I hope you have a fantastic day. Thanks for dropping by and watching the video. Much love, good luck on your adventures, and I'll see you on the flip side.